Welcome or welcome back. I need help at c-square. In this example, we're gonna solve this limit. We're gonna find this limit using an algebraic method, and also we're gonna try to take a look to a graphical approach and also a numerical approach. And the first thing you want to do when you have a limit is to replace your x's with the value that x approach to, in this case 0. And if you notice, we're gonna end up here with 0 over 0. So in this moment, you know this method, this simple method, the substitution does not work, so we have to do some other math in order to find this limit algebraically. So for that reason, I'm going to take the numerator in our case, which is 1 over 3 plus x minus 1 over 3, and we're going to subtract these two rational expressions. We're going to have the common denominator, which is 3 times 3 plus x. Okay, and the equivalent form now, let's take a look to the equivalent form in a second. Okay, so for this fraction, the equivalent form will be 3 over the common denominator, the least common denominator. And for the second one, similar, we're going to have 3 plus x. So now we can combine these two rational expressions because they have the same denominator. And you notice you have 3 minus 3, that will be 0. And be careful of this negative and this positive, we're going to end up with negative x. So this is the form for the numerator of our original problem. So we can replace the numerator of the original problem with this fraction, negative x over 3 times the quantity 3 plus x. And also do not forget the original x in the problem, which is right here. A simple way to simplify this complex fraction is this way. X and x cancel out. So we're going to have here limit when x approach to 0 of negative 1. Don't forget about the 1 over 3 times 3 plus x. And now in this moment, you notice we can plug in this 0, x approaching to 0. And we're going to get negative 1 over 3 times 3 plus 0, which is nothing else than 3. So the final answer will be negative 1 over 3 times 3, that is 9. This is how much this limit is, negative 1 over 9. Let's take a look now to the graphical approach, which you see here. You notice the point A, how I call it here, that is where we have a hole. The function is not defined there, or however, when f of x, when x is getting closer and closer to 0, f of x is getting closer and closer to negative 1 over 9, which is hard to be seen there. I mean, it's impossible to know looking just on the graph that the value of the function there, or the value that the function approach there is negative 1 over 9. On the numerical approach, which you see here, be sure you correct the function here. Be sure you set up the table in this format to start from negative 0.01. Be sure you set up the delta, the scale to go by 0.1. Then you're going to see exactly what you see here just by clicking the table button. And you notice when x is getting closer and closer to 0, the function is getting closer and closer to negative 0.111, which is nothing else than negative 1 over 9. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the like button and come back on c-square for more help. Thank you.